Hi there, students. The sweet spot. The sweet spot. So the sweet spot are in the position where everything is optimal. Where the conditions are the best for obtaining the result that you want. So if you're making caramel, you heat sugar and you heat it and it starts to thicken, and you want to get it at this sweet spot where it's still malleable but has a very nice burnt flavour to it. Or for example, the earth. The distance of the earth from the sun. The earth is in the sweet spot where it's warm enough for water not to be ice, and it's cold enough for water not to boil into vapour. So it's this sweet spot where liquid water exists on the planet, and liquid water is something that's important for the formation of life, for example. Very often they use sweet spot in sports where you hit something. So for example, a tennis racket. If you hit the ball in the centre of the racket, where you hit the centre of the racket, that is the sweet spot where it rebounds with maximum velocity and there's minimum vibration. This is the sweet spot. Or you hit the ball with your baseball bat. You hit it exactly in the sweet spot. The sweet spot is the area where it is most efficient, where it works best. On a bat or a racket or a paddle, where it's most effective to hit the ball. But the sweet spot, the range, the area that is most beneficial. You want to get the speed of rotation, the RPMs of your engine in that sweet spot where it maximizes fuel efficiency. Or yes, if you're a shop, you want to perhaps be in a sweet spot where lots of people who want your product pass your door every day. Okay, and this is the idea of a sweet spot. In acoustics, you can have a sweet spot. The sweet spot in acoustics is where you are standing in a position where the sound that you hear, it reproduces naturally how the original sounded. I don't know if you've ever noticed, if you stand behind a loudspeaker or you stand in front of the loudspeakers, the sound can be very different, and the sweet spot is in this perfect area where things sound their best. So it's a particular situation where the combination of things is the best possible. It's the most efficient. Or maybe a shoe. Yeah, a shoe. You want to put the weight on the sweet spot, which is perhaps the ball of your foot. So it's something that's in the right area. It's the optimum point. It's the optimum position. If you're selling things and you're thinking about the price, you want something that's in a sweet spot where customers still think it's good value, but it also makes you a lot of profit as well. So this sweet spot where you're still making lots of money, but customers think that it's good value. Yeah. So in sports, it's the part of the surface that gives you the most power for the least effort. The sweet spot of a tennis racket or the head of a club. In golf, if you hit the ball in that sweet spot, in the ideal spot, it will go a long, long, long way. So a sweet spot, the ideal location, the ideal level, the ideal combination of factors. That sweet spot where everything is just right, where everything is just perfectly balanced. Yeah, everything is at its most advantageous. It's the optimal place. I don't know. Yeah, in the morning, what I like to do is I like to wake up on my own, and I like to be in this sweet spot when I'm suddenly awake. But it isn't because of the alarm, and I've slept enough, and my body's telling me it's time to wake up. Yeah, you're rested now in that sweet spot. Okay, so a sweet spot. So sweet spot, yeah, it's an area that's sweet. Formality. I think I'm going to give it a 4, 4.5, maybe 4 in formality. Use it anywhere except for something very formal. Sweet spot.